Hey world, it's Malika Mohammed, also known as the industry blogger, and you are now tuned into undergroundradar.com.
What the streets been missing, causing friction. I'm the vixen. Don't get prepared to listen. I'm getting it off my chest. I keep it LA, don't I keep it straight finesse.
Right now, sitting in the studio with me is Finesse, the best. How are you
That
today?
LMC. I'm doing good. How you doing today?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started out as a MC.
Oh, okay. Well, first I started, again, my name is Finesse, the LMC, or Finesse the Best, whichever one you want to call me. I grew up in West Baltimore, Missing Village. And just like everybody else's story, I had recovering addicts as parents, and kind of growing up in the village, I went through a lot of things growing up in my adolescence, and I didn't really have too many friends, so I just used to come home and write about it. And then once I realized that I actually had a voice and I was talented in it, I took it further and realized that I could potentially become a good MC, and that's exactly what I made myself out to be.
So when did you first fall in love with hip hop? What was that initial song, that initial moment?
The first time I fell in love with hip hop was growing up in the 90s, the box, like it used to just play like all the upcoming hip hop songs at that time, and I was just intrigued by the colors and the language and the swag, and like it just seemed like it was its own culture. And me growing up in off the Baltimore club music, and then hearing also like the hip hop, like hardcore hip hop, like from Wu-Tang to Onyx and DMX and all of that, it was just like, wow, this seems like a type of life that I would like to get into. But I was more inspired from like Lauryn Hill and MC Lyte and the sisters, because they were just like ladies first sisterhood type of thing. And like I said, I ain't never had no friends, so I always wanted to be a part of a clique, and it just seems like hip hop was like one big genre, a big place where you could just find yourself and group up with other people that just really enjoyed the culture. So that's what I liked about it.
So you grew up on the west side, Missing Village.
Yes, I did.
Shout out to the west side.
Okay, West Side certified.
So growing up on the west side, and then you say you had recovering addicts as
Parents, yes.
What type of things did you used to write about or come home and deal with?
I would write about like the things that I dealt with in school, like the girls and stuff. And then I would just come home and write about like sometimes how hard it was to cope with that. Like if anybody that had, recovering addicts as parents, that every day of their addiction was a different day. They tend to be different people. So sometimes I would come home to no food. Other days I would come home to the gas and electric being cut off. Who knows what I would come home to. I mean, when I look back at it now, thank God I had a home to come home to.
Right.
But that's what kind of, set the foundation of what I wanted to write about. So I just came in, just took everything that I went through that day, and I wrote about it. And to this day, I actually still do that. I keep a daily log of what I experienced all day. So.
So when you're writing, what's the process to, your next song or your next lyric?
It has different processes. I would say now, if I already have, since I work with a producer, shouts out to Rewrites Too Nice. But when I usually get a beat, it depends, like, cause sometimes I might get a beat from a producer and instantly right then and there I'll click and I'll be like, okay, I have to finish writing this, and I will not stop until I finish writing the complete song, from the hook to the verses to the bridges to ad-libs to everything. And other times, I don't need a beat. Other times I might just write how I feel. So for me, it just really depends on how I'm feeling that day and the thoughts and what's really surfacing in my heart to figure out what I need to get out. So that's how I usually do that.
What recent projects are you working on right now?
Well, currently the L is still floating. Shouts out to the L. The L is still out there. If you haven't copped it, y'all need to get that. But right now I'm currently working on my next album, which is called Righteous Anger. I haven't set a release date for that. It'll probably be sometime next year. I'm excited about that because, also I have Rewrite Still Too Nice as the sole producer on this project, but I'm also working with Amaj. So shouts out to Amaj. And then I also have, working with a guy named Ambush. That's an Ambush. He's definitely got some good tracks on there. And then also I'm working with a guy named Santiago from out the county. He definitely has some good beats on there too. And then also my mixtape. My mixtape is gonna drop sometime maybe this summer, maybe in the fall. Who knows? I just gotta look out for it. And that's gonna be called Stillness. Because a lot of people, when they listen to my album, they say, they could hear that I'm, pretty much hip hop all day. It's all in my veins. So a couple people wanted to hear me on some more like I guess trap beats or whatever they call these beats nowadays. Like so, but don't get too excited because I still got some old school hip hop. Yeah, I mean beats up on my mixtape as well. So
okay. So being an artist in Baltimore, how does it feel when you see everybody pretty much wants to be a rapper? How do you set yourself apart from that?
It's hard. It's definitely hard. It's a process, I could say, because I've only came out in the Baltimore hip hop scene for about 2 to 3 years, and it's been very challenging. I've had my ups and downs, the hate, the love, the hate, the love. We all know how that goes. But the best thing that I try to do to separate myself from every other average rapper is just to pretty much continue to tell my story. I try to, invest in myself and just present my music, let my music speak for itself. Like, I feel like, when you do get a chance to listen to my music and get to know me as an artist, you'll realize that, I'm definitely very talented and I'm very serious about my dream, about making it in this music business. And I think that, not everyone, but there's a good percentage of people that rap in the Baltimore scene that don't take it seriously. So I try to always separate myself and show my fans and people that support me that I'm trying to go to the next level.
Right.
And with my band, hopefully, that will also help me set apart, which is called PMA. So I can't wait to debut them.
All right. And when you do go to the next level, how are you going to, jump into the scene being a female artist? It's already hard.
Yes,
it's already hard trying to come up as a rapper, period. But then you're a female.
Yeah.
So how do you think it's going to be when you get to that mainstream level?
Well, that's one thing I will give big ups to my city. My city definitely didn't make me strong through the things that I went through. But I look at it, it probably will have its challenges at times, but God knows that this is what's in my heart, and Lord knows I think about it, I dream about it all day long. So if I get the chance to actually, really step into the music business as I want to, I believe it's going to probably be the best experience of my life. Now, I do recognizing now that, there are professional steps that you have to take so that you can prevent certain situations. But, as a woman, of course, we know that it's going to come with its challenges and things like that. But I'm definitely trying to put myself in a position where, I can, get a step ahead, and try to dodge some of the mistakes that I've read that other artists and musicians have. So, but I'm young. I know it's going to be hard. I know some things that you just have to actually be in the midst of it to learn and figure out the right way to go. I'm just hoping that, I pick the right paths and if they all take me further.